Young and the Restless spoilers reveal Kyle Abbott decides it's time to spice up the romance in his relationship with Claire Newman. He wants to create a memorable, wonderful date to express his deep feelings. So he plans to take Claire to the luxurious restaurant Society, where the cozy and sophisticated atmosphere will set the stage for their special evening. As they enter Society, both of them can't help but feel the splendor of the surrounding space. The sparkling lights reflect on the crystal glasses, the soft music plays, creating a perfect atmosphere. However, in the crowd of customers, Claire suddenly notices a strange woman. She looks inexplicably familiar, but Claire can't remember where she's seen her. That woman is actually Jordan, but she's disguised in a ridiculous way with a fake British accent. Jordan is worried about the possibility of being discovered, especially when he sees Claire's suspicious gaze. She knew that if she was recognized, her plans could be jeopardized. Jordan had not just appeared at Society by chance. She was on an important mission, to find a way to ally Sharon to fight Phyllis and overthrow the Newman Empire. Meeting Claire here was not part of the plan, but Jordan decided to turn this situation into an opportunity. Although Claire had a hunch that they had met somewhere, Jordan cleverly misled her by changing her tone and demeanor. She pretended to be surprised when she was introduced and quickly changed the subject to avoid suspicion. "Oh, it's nice to meet you," Jordan said in a refined British accent. "I'm new to this city and I've been looking for interesting places to visit." After a few minutes of conversation, Claire began to wonder if the feeling of familiarity was just her imagination. Jordan, sensing that her suspicions had lessened, decided to leave. Before leaving Society, she hopes that her performance has convinced Claire that they have never met. Jordan is not just trying to distract Claire. She is working undercover to gather information about the emotional state of Mariah and Faith Newman, Sharon's two daughters. Jordan knows that understanding their psychology can help her sabotage Ian Ward's plans, who is plotting to cause trouble in the Newman family. The encounter with Claire, although not originally planned, opens up a new perspective for Jordan. She realizes that through Claire, she can get closer to the Newman family and gather valuable information. Jordan decides to continue pursuing this plan, while being careful not to be discovered. Meanwhile, Ian Ward is waiting for news from Jordan. When he receives a report about Mariah and Faith's unstable state due to their mother's lawsuit, Ian cannot hide his satisfaction. He believes that their suffering will be an opportunity for him to intervene and manipulate the situation in his favor. Ian plans to use information from Jordan to continue to put pressure on the Newman family. He wants to break all relationships, sow suspicion and discord, in order to get closer to the goal of overthrowing their empire. In that context, Kyle and Claire have not yet realized the conspiracies surrounding them. The date at Society, although interrupted by Jordan's appearance, still leaves them with beautiful memories. Their love becomes stronger, but also faces the risk of being affected by upcoming events. Claire, although temporarily ignoring the familiar feeling with Jordan, still cannot completely forget the strangeness of that meeting. She begins to think more, trying to connect the pieces in her mind to find the truth. The intertwining events of love, intrigue and power struggle are taking the characters of the young and the restless into a new spiral. Jordan with his secret plots, Ian Ward with his dark plans, and the Newman family are facing great challenges. Will Kyle and Claire keep their love in the face of storms? Will Jordan achieve his goal or will he be discovered? Will Ian Ward succeed in overthrowing the Newman Empire? Everything is still a mystery, promising to bring the audience dramatic and surprising developments in the next episodes. In the complex and volatile world of Genoa City, Nick Newman is never one to take defeat lightly, especially when it comes to the people he loves. When Sharon becomes entangled in a mysterious case with many unsolved questions, Nick decides to make a bold move to protect her. Nick feels deeply troubled when Sharon suddenly confesses to a crime he believes she did not commit. The mysterious disappearance and reappearance of Sharon's phone only heightens his suspicions. Nick is convinced that there are hidden forces manipulating the truth, and he cannot stand by and watch Sharon suffer. Determined to find the truth, Nick seeks out Chance Chancellor, a respected investigator and trusted friend. Nick begs Chance to review the case, expressing his concerns about inconsistencies and missing pieces. "Chance, I know something is wrong here. Sharon couldn't have done that. We have to find out the truth," Nick said with a determined look in his eyes. Chance, though bound by the rules of the law, could not ignore the urgency in Nick's words. He began to review the evidence, especially about the mysterious phone. Why did it disappear and why did it mysteriously reappear? Was someone trying to cover something up? Meanwhile, in a hidden corner of the city, Jordan and Ian, two scheming and ambitious characters, were watching everything. They believed that their plan was perfect and no one could stop them. Jordan, with overconfidence, said, "We have calculated everything. Nick Newman is just a small obstacle. He won't be able to ruin our plan." However, they did not know that Nick had begun to suspect and was getting closer to the truth. Will Jordan hear Nick's suspicions and realize that he could become a big problem? If that happens, what will they do to stop him? Ian, with his usual coolness, replies, "If Nick becomes a problem, we'll deal with him. There's no barrier we can't overcome." They continue to proceed with their plan, confident that their intelligence and cunning will help them win everything. But overconfidence is often a fatal weakness. Nick, with Chance's help, begins to piece together the events and evidence. Pieces of the mysterious picture gradually appear. They discover irregularities in the testimony, small but important clues that were previously overlooked. The investigation leads them to unexpected places, exposing the dark plots that Jordan and Ian have built. The truth begins to emerge, and the villains begin to feel the threat. Jordan, for the first time, feels worried. Maybe we underestimated Nick Newman. Ian, though still trying to stay calm, cannot deny that the situation is getting more complicated. "We have to find another way. Otherwise, everything will collapse," he says in a tense voice. Meanwhile, Nick does not give up. He knows that time is running out, and he must quickly rescue Sharon from the baseless accusations. With each step, he becomes more determined. The support from family and friends gives him strength in this fight. Finally, the truth is revealed. The undeniable evidence is brought to light, forcing Jordan and Ian to face the consequences of their actions. They have to face a harsh truth: they cannot overcome the justice and determination of people like Nick. The story ends with reunion and hope. But at the same time, it is also a reminder that the truth always prevails, and that conspirators will eventually pay the price for their actions. Nick Newman's journey to find the truth for Sharon is not only a story of love and loyalty, but also a testament to the power of perseverance and justice. The challenges they face strengthen their bond, while exposing the dark conspiracies that are taking place in the shadows of Genoa City. Ian and Jordan, despite their intelligence and cunning, cannot escape the consequences of their actions. Their overconfidence and underestimation of their opponents lead them to failure. Their story is a lesson in not underestimating others and that the truth will always come out. Despite overcoming a great challenge, Nick and Sharon know that life is full of hardships. But with love and support for each other, they believe that nothing is impossible. Genoa City continue to spin their stories, but they are ready to face whatever comes their way. Subscribe to Yonder for the latest news on our channel.